is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Yonkers, New York, the Star. And the opponent, from Long Beach, California, Hollywood.
From Baltimore, Maryland, I'm Jim Ross with Jerry the King Lawler.
I know I say this a lot, JR, but I think tonight's show is going to be the best one ever.
You might be right, King. Of course, the Raw superstars always seem to find a way to outdo themselves every week, and that shouldn't be a surprise.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious.
Instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before the show, but I don't think that's it, King. And it's been reversed. What a reversal.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. Look at this. Look at this.
Here's the cover, JR.
1, 2.
Oh, no. This is terrible.
And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fame.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. This capacity crowd is solidly behind.
Here's the pin. Could this be it?
1, 2.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
3.
Oh, man,
4.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move here.
1.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports
3.
entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come. This is a risky move. It could prove to be disastrous.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King. and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If this could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling that
This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
that might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. And here's some good old-fashioned headbanging.
Oh, man. I don't think I've ever seen anyone come back from something like this.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the greatest athletes.